No, I'm not going to write a new chapter. I'm going to close that book, throw that book away, and write a new book altogether.
Hi everybody, welcome to Own Your Story. Today I have a very special guest. He is Adi. He's an MC, actor, and TV personality.
That's right.
We are going to dive into his very interesting life story because he has a huge transformation in life when he was 40, from a lawyer going to the event industry.
That's right.
So Adi, let's dive into your story.
Okay.
Why the change at 40 years old? And how does that happen?
All right. Now, as Isabel mentioned, that I was a lawyer. I've been a lawyer for more than 10 years, practicing on my own. It was until something hit me in my 30s, in my late 30s, where I was going through a rough patch in my life. I went through a horrible time in my business. And I was going through a divorce also at that time. So a lot of things were happening in my life altogether, which culminated in the end. My marriage got dissolved, and we had a child, and I lost the custody of our only daughter to her. So that hit me really bad because I was a doting father at the time. I had a very good relationship with my daughter. So the realization that at that point in time that I can no longer tuck her in and kiss her goodnight, that really hit me bad. And also, my business also spiraled down, and my friends turned their back on me, and some of my family members as well. So, and it was the most difficult, the darkest part of my life. It was so, I was so down at the bottom that a lesser person would have taken a gun to his head or jumped off a bridge. So that was a very difficult part in my life. Up until then, a good friend of mine, he then said, you can't be leading your life like this. Okay, I'm gonna introduce you to good friends who can help you. But he didn't. I thought it was like some kind of a Alcoholic Anonymous group or what, a suicidal defenders group. No, but it wasn't. It's actually a networking group, a business networking group. And this business networking group, as I later learned, it's not just about supporting you in business, but supporting you in friendship as well. So these are really positive kind of people that I needed to surround myself with. So they said, okay, we can help you bounce back, Adi. We can help you bounce back. You can be a lawyer once again and bounce back, and we can help you grow. And I thought, no. Okay, no. I want to go back up. I've been in this state for so long that no, this is not healthy for me. Okay, I still have, at that time, the linchpin in my life at that time was my daughter. Okay, so that was my North Star, as it were. Okay, so I cannot sink myself lower because of my daughter. She needs me and I need her. All right, so I need to get myself out of this rut. So I said, no, I don't want to be a lawyer. Yes, thank you. I know you can help me and to get my career back up. But someone also told me that you need to write a new chapter. Okay, you need to write a new chapter. But I say, no, I'm not going to write a new chapter. I'm going to close that book, throw that book away, and write a new book altogether. So it was. I decided then to go for total change, to reinvent myself entirely. So then, all right, now let's start a new career. What could I be? Well, I can't be a dentist, that's for sure. So I wanted. All right, so let's think of what skills that I have that I could perhaps monetize on. So I thought, why not emceeing? Because when I was doing my career as a lawyer, I also did a bit of MC work for family, for small events, relatives, and all that. So I decided, okay, let's do emceeing. All right. No, actually, before that, also, after my career, after my law firm went bust, I decided to quit and I joined corporate. But I was like a bottom feeder already at the time. And I started below. I started as an executive, a legal executive, worked my way up to assistant manager, but only during the 2010-2011 transition period at the time. But even then, that had actually given me a bit of a nudge towards the direction, because when I went corporate, I was glad to be in a company that had events going on.
Right.
So they invited anyone within the staff who wanted to be MC for the event. So I said, yes, okay, I'll go and be the MC for this event. Already I was nudged in that direction.
Right.
So I thought, okay, why not do this? So I quit my job, everything, and I focused on let's become an MC. And I want to do this full time. I want to get money out of this.
How did you feel when you quit your job?
Oh dear.
And that is a big leap without anything to fall back to.
That was a very big leap. It was indeed
Especially
a
at
leap of faith.
that age, 40.
Yes, at the age of 40, I had to reinvent myself in the most drastic manner, because I had debts to pay. I had my commitments, I had bills. And people told me I was stupid. I was crazy. Come on, you were earning like 4,000, 5,000 a month, 4,000, 4,500 a month at that time. Stick with it, lah. I mean, why do you need to change? So all these kind of people have been telling me those kind of things, but I said no. I was resolute. I want to quit my job. I still have a few ringgit, with me. So I mapped it out. Maybe I could sustain for another 6 months, perhaps.
Alright.
Yeah.
At that point, do you have a plan B?
I did not.
Oh my God.
I did not have a plan B at all. My plan B was going back to work.
Right.
Going back to, but no, I didn't have that in mind. It's like it reminded me of this movie. I don't know whether you've heard it or not. It's called Gattaca.
No.
It started Jude Law, and it was a fantastic movie. There were about two brothers at the end of the movie. A little bit of spoiler here for those who haven't watched it. It's a fantastic movie. Go catch it, Gattaca. It's about these two brothers who one was athletic, the other one wasn't. All right, so they both swam out to see who could go the furthest. All right, the athletic brother then at one point decided to turn back because he'd already gone far enough, while the skinnier one actually went even further away, and then after seeing his athletic brother came back, and then he came back, and his athletic brother didn't even come, was actually out of breath and was about to drown. So the skinnier brother came back and took the athletic brother back, and the athletic brother asked, "How did you do it?" I mean, and so the skinnier brother asked, what was your point actually going out there? Well, I had a point that I can only swim up to 1 kilometer out, and then I have enough energy to swim back 1 kilometer back. So when you reach that point of no return, I just lost it. So what's your secret? And the skinnier brother said, my secret is that I have no point of return.
Right.
I want to go and I'll go. I don't care what it takes. No plan B. If I drown, I drown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that kind of determination,
Yes.
what was it that gave you so much belief in yourself? Is it because you believe in your skill, or is it like the circumstance that push you towards that direction?
Oh yeah, okay. Now belief in myself is one important. It's very important. Having to fall back to a skill set that you know you can do.
Yeah.
That's very important. I dare not take up something new, like a race car driver or what. No. So I had to fall back to something that I'm familiar with and then hone on it. But also, you need to have a drive. You need something that pushes you, something that motivates you. Some people, it's about achieving something. Other people, it's about proving to themselves or proving to someone. That was a factor for me. You see, when I was going through a difficult time, I had lots of people. I had people who were one-time friends who turned their back against me and said that I couldn't amount to anything. But at the same time, those were the people who motivated me. I know it sounds bad, but I had this thing like, I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to show all of you who thought that I amounted to nothing. I thought that I was an idiot. Who thought that I couldn't be trusted. I couldn't be something. I want to show you. So those are the people that motivated me, and it motivated me in a positive way, and they drove me into what I am now. Well, yeah.
Yeah. So during that period, transition period, what are the biggest challenges?
Okay. Biggest challenges, one, self-doubt.
Right.
Okay, self-doubt. I was 40 at the time. I had lots of challenges, commitments and all that. And I had people throwing brickbats at me. People who said that I couldn't make it. People who thought I was an idiot for doing it. So there were lots of, internally there was some, and externally, those are external factors also. So those were the challenges I had. But I just had to grit my teeth. one of the tricks is that I surrounded myself with positive people.
Right.
People who would help me move along, carry me up. Yeah, so those are the people that I surround myself with.
All right, and then in this like very public career, because like what you do is basically stand out there for everyone to see you, hear you, and you tell me that like the first time we met, you still have butterflies
Yes.
before any event,
Right.
And how do you do that? Despite the butterflies, despite all the VIPs in front of you, and get out there and be yourself.
Yeah, well, I have been blessed in my career that I have been given the opportunity to MC all kinds of high-profile events for His Royal Highness the Sultan of Selangor, events for all sorts of. I was in SEA Games, I was in Asian Games. Going up on stage was a challenge for me every time. I had butterflies going in, even though I keep telling myself, oh, come on, you've done this before. Yeah, you've done this before. And right now, to date, in my 5 years, coming to 6 years of career, I've done like hundreds of events already. And most of the time, those events are like repeat. But every time I got on stage, before I got on stage, it's still a new experience for me. I still get butterflies. All right, and that's a good thing actually, because I had the privilege of knowing the late Dato' Mahathir Mohamad. He was like the grandfather of MCs, when he was still around. He told me that's a good thing, because once you no longer have butterflies in your stomach, that means you no longer have passion for what you do. Yeah. So, what do I do when I have butterflies in my stomach going up? This is very important if you want to be an MC, or if you want to be a public speaker, going on stage, having butterflies is very common. I can tell you, as an experienced person going on stage, I can tell you, don't worry about it, it's very common. But there are ways to go about it. Okay, for me personally, as a Muslim, I have a prayer. Okay, I have a prayer that I do. I recite this prayer, which loosely translated as a prayer that clears your heart. Okay, in Malay it's called doa penerang hati. Okay, so I recite that. But there are other manners also. So if you are a religious person, if you subscribe to whatever religion, if you have a special prayer for it, do it. And do it, and you believe in it earnestly, they can help you. Other than that, some people who are also superstitious, also, that's good. Some people carry a rabbit's foot. Some people, I kid you not, Isabel, wear the same color underwear every time before going up on stage, because he believes that underwear could give him the confidence. So yes, I say, go ahead, do whatever gives you confidence. And one more thing that I also tell them, take a deep breath before you go up on stage. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and scrounge your toes in your shoes. Scrounge your toes in your shoes vigorously before you go out. That's a good way to release some of the endorphins, and it helps with the blood flow and keeps you calm. So that's how you go about it.
So is there any memorable story as an MC?
The most memorable ones would be when I was in SEA Games. I emceed the SEA Games last year in Kuala Lumpur in 2017. It so happened that Sepak Takraw was actually the first medals ceremony for the entire SEA Games last year. So I was honored to actually be the announcer. I was there, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the gold medal, the gold medalist for the
so it will be
country.
The first medal of the games.
First medal of the games, yes. And what made it even sweeter was that Malaysia won that gold medal. Yeah, Malaysia won that gold medal. And I thought that was very sweet until I was the MC for Asian Games this year. Asian Games this year, I was given the honor to do the same thing, presenting the gold medal. And this time it was to Malaysia. It was the first time Malaysia has ever won a gold medal in that event in 24 years.
Wow.
And that was such an honor for me. Another memorable one, if I want to share with you, which is rather embarrassing. I was emceeing an event at one time, and suddenly there was a rip in my pants. Right at the back of my pants, there was a huge rip.
How do you know it?
I felt it, and it was very drafty. So throughout the event, and it was at an event. It wasn't in a mall. It was actually in Central Market, the outdoor stage of Central Market. So there weren't any shops out there I could run to and grab myself a new pair of pants. No, so I was glued there. I had to stay there for the entire event, facing front. That's it. And I was singing, and I had to like a crab, I couldn't turn back. That was hilarious.
Did anyone notice it?
Nobody noticed it. Nobody did.
How do you leave the stage?
See, that's the beauty of it. That's the trick of it. Actually, I had to behave like a crab, I had to every time, oh, thank you very much, everybody. Yeah, then, that was funny. That was funny. So yeah, so you as an MC, you come across those kind of fantastic, memorable things.
Yeah. So besides emceeing, you also appear on the big screen this year, Pascal, and you had your own show as well, Percepsi. So like during these few years, like exploring different things, is there any projects that matter the most to you? Yeah.
Well, first, of course, will be the first TV show that I ever hosted. That's called Percepsi. That went on for 85 consecutive episodes, weekly episodes. So that's 85 weeks, close to 2 years. That was really fantastic. It was supposed to be only a 10 episode thing,
right.
But
so
because of the response that we've been getting, so that we renewed it for another 10 episodes. Then renewed it for another 10 episodes. And it went on to 85 episodes. That was really, really amazing. But of course, nothing is more sweeter as it is now than receiving that offer to be in Pascal.
Right.
Yes,
How
Pascal
does that
movie.
happen?
Oh, that was really great. Let's say for one thing, of course, before that I already had experience. I played minor roles. Those actually gave me the exposure that I needed to be called for an audition at Pascal. I went there, and I went through the rigorous process of learning my lines and then having to deliver them. I auditioned for a few roles. Until ultimately they gave me the role of this captain, this ship captain. Yeah, so they flew me to Labuan, I had a great time there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really interesting experience. In an interview article in 2015 where you say you want to be TV personality, you want to be actor, and at that time you're just MC. And when I read that, I was like, wow, he's making things happen.
At that time I was just MCing. But I was kind enough to actually appear in a newspaper article which wrote the entitled "It's Never Too Late." About my transition, about my reinventing myself here. The interview, they asked me what is it, my future plans. So I said yes, I want to be a TV host, I want to be an actor. So and it happened. So this is what I learned, growing up with mixing around with positive people, with successful people. They told me the secret to success is the law of attraction. Okay, always have a goal in mind and say that you want to achieve this, you want to achieve that, and make sure you work towards it. It will happen. The law of attraction, positivity, all those kind of things that you've been hearing, it's true.
So that's what you have been practicing as
That's
well.
what I've been practicing. I want to be this, I want to be that. I never knew that I would actually become one day. I want to be an MC. Who knew that I would MC Asian Games, SEA Games, and now I'm for the United Nations. And who knew that I would actually then end up in drama and end up in movie? It all started from a dream. And you work towards it.
As a public figure and a very public career, do you have any tips for everyone, like how to be memorable?
That's a very big one. How to be memorable? You have to make an impact. Have to make an impact in what you do. That's very important. Find a niche and make an impact. Position yourself. That's very important. Positioning yourself, branding yourself, and have something that sets you aside, that sets you apart from other people in your industry. Like for me, that's where because I started late. I started at the age of 40, emceeing at the age of 40, when I knew that there were like hundreds, if not thousands of other people, younger people who has had years of experience before I did. So I needed to stand out. I needed to be different. So, okay, I need to be a TV host. Because already that sets me apart from an X% of MCs out there. And then I need to be an actor. So that moved me up the percentage a little bit higher, you see. So positioning is very important. So you want to make an impact, position yourself well. Get to know people and get to know people who can help you reach that goal. Write down what you want to be. Start with a dream.
Right. Again, law of attraction.
Law of attraction.
So at this point of life, what is your next thing?
My next
goal,
thing.
next milestone.
My next milestone, I want to be an international speaker. I want to be like Tony Robbins. Yes, here, you hear it first. Here, something, a secret that I've been keeping to myself for years now. I want to be the next Tony Robbins. I want to be a motivational speaker. I want to go out there. I want to share all the difficulties that I faced in my life.
You have learned.
Everything, yes. And alongside it, also, I would like to learn from other people, from their hardship, how they overcome it. And I can help spread the word also. That's what I want to be. In the next few short years, I want to be an international speaker.
And we will wait for that to happen.
And I would love to have you come. You don't even have to buy a ticket.
Sure. Appreciate that. So in the past few years, what is the most worthwhile investment that you have made in terms of money, energy, or time?
Time. Time is very important, and people, invest in people as well. See, the difference between people, some got lots of money, some got little money. How you manage it, that's entirely up to you. But the one thing that everybody has the same is time. You all have 24 hours in a day, so you have to manage it well. So use that, invest your time in meeting the good kind of people, the correct kind of people who can help you rise.
From your Facebook, I saw that you are very close with the daughters. Like during the
Yes.
SPM,
Yeah.
you are actually there with her, sending her to school, being there with her. What would be your advice for her when she entered the real world?
Okay, the advice I would tell her is something that I already told her when I first bought her very first bicycle a few years ago. I actually took a video of her first time riding a bicycle. She's never ridden a bicycle before that.
Whoa.
And she fell. And I posted it on Facebook. I took pictures and I put it on Facebook. Today, you learn how to ride a bicycle. And I can tell you a few tips about riding a bicycle. You will fall along the way. But it's not falling that's important. It's how you get up from that's important. You will face scrapes. You will face bruises in your life. Don't worry. Dust it off. Move on with your life. And just like riding a bicycle also, don't go too fast. Take your time. Sometimes along the way when you ride a bicycle, you see a patch of flowers. Stop for a while. Just take in the beauty of it. Then continue with your journey. So, whatever that you learn today from riding a bicycle, that's the lesson that you will learn from life. And just like you fall from a bicycle, trust that I will be there for you as well.
Wow.
So that was my message to my daughter when she got her first bicycle.
That's beautiful.
That will be my message to her.
In terms of advices, have you heard any bad advices for young people?
Oh yes. Therefore, this is like a traditional parents lah. They would tell you have to work hard, be an engineer, graduate, be an engineer, be a lawyer, be a doctor. Okay, formal education is good because it teaches you how to prepare you for life.
Yeah.
All right. But what's more important is for you to be passionate about what you do. But for my daughter, yes, whatever that you want to be, so long as you have a passion. As a parent, yes, I have to guide her. I have to guide her. These are what you have. Okay, your options. But I tell her the pros and cons. And but the more important thing is whatever that you choose, you must like it.
Yeah.
I don't want you to be a doctor, but you don't like it. I wanted her to be a doctor, but she said, no, I don't want to be a doctor. Okay, yeah. So I'm not going to push her. Yeah.
And as a young people myself, I do feel that like one thing is like it takes time. Like it's okay to experiment and try things, and and not to think like going in one thing is like it's your whole life there.
Yeah.
Just have that flexibility in mind. Know that you can change.
That's right.
Yeah, that's very important.
Yes,
from
very
my
important.
own experience.
Be flexible also. Be adapt to change. Yeah.
So like at this point of life, after big transformation and all that, like what's the first principle in your life?
All the things that I've received in my life here, in reinventing myself, the one takeaway that I could share with everyone out there is that, some people say failure is not an option. To me, no. Okay? Embrace failure. Failure is the best teacher in life. But it's important to note that it's not you failing that's important, that you have to carry yourself, but it's how you pick yourself up after failing. That's important. Never give up. You have to expect failure going in life. You have to expect failure. You will face failure. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. You will face failure.
Yeah.
All right? With big, small, you will face failure. But it's how you get up that's important. How you bounce back up.
Yeah. In fact, it's failure who give you all the wisdom in life. Success doesn't teach you much.
Exactly.
That's what Bill Gates says as well.
Exactly.
Success is not the greatest teacher.
Failure is, yes. I was asked in my life before that if I could go back in time and change the one thing in life, what would it be? And I said nothing. Because even all the bad decisions that I made in life, those are the things that made me into who I am today.
Alright, before we come to the last questions, how can people connect with you and find out more about you?
I'm available on Facebook. You can find me at Adi Afendi. I'm also on Instagram, adi.afendi. I'm also on Twitter. Yeah, my website as well, www.adiafendi.com.
And then we come to the last question to end this conversation.
Okay.
What's the impact that you want to make in this world?
What's the impact that I want to make in this world? Wow. Okay.
big
I
one.
I want to change lives. I want to tell those people, because I've been through a lot. I've hit rock bottom, and I can't believe that I'm the only person. I'm sure there are lots of
Yeah.
people out there. And recently, also, we've been hearing or we've been reading in the newspaper over the years that people jumping off bridges out of despair, out of desperation. I want to reach out to those people and make an impact out of it. Like I said, I want to be the next Tony Robbins. Yeah, I want to be able to change lives for the positive, to make them better.
Alright, thank you, Adi. Thank you
It's
so
been my
much for
pleasure,
coming
Isabel.
to All Your Story
Thank you.
podcast. I absorbed so much wisdom from you.
And that's not enough. I wish that I could share more, and I wish that I could learn from you as well.
Yeah,
You can learn a lot from young people these days. Yeah.
Yeah, and I want to acknowledge you for being a beautiful human being who
Thank
walk
you.
your talk, live your work.
Thank you
And
so
all
much.
the best to your career, reaching your milestone, becoming the next Tony Robbins in Malaysia.
All the best to you too.
Alright, thank you, and thank you guys for watching. See you guys next week.
Bye.